Hi, my name is Tomi, and I'm owner of SF Placenta Encapsulation. I'm also a dancer and an artist and a mother. What I love about this work is it has a spiritual component to it. So the organ that grows your baby looks just like a tree, and it's also referred to as the tree of life.
What is the magic of the placenta?
Obviously, your placenta is the organ that grows your baby. Oxygen's coming in, waste is going out. In the world, we have enough oxygen because of trees, and the trees have enough carbon dioxide because of the mammals exhale. So it's this intrinsic relationship, and I don't think it's a coincidence that the organ that grows mammals looks just like a tree.
What is your origin story?
My origin story started when I was a child. Actually, my dog gave birth, and I remember watching her eat the placentas, not enjoying it after the babies were born. And later, after I had my own child in adulthood, I remember thinking back and wondering, what is the science behind why animals do this? All land mammals adjust their placentas. And so I think that really stuck with me. It was that visceral as a child watching my dog eat her placentas.
What are the cultural origin stories?
Placenta encapsulation is derived from traditional Chinese medicine. We have other forms of placentophagy all over the world in indigenous cultures. So in Africa, they ingest the placenta in a cooked form, and in China, it's used for an iron supplement for other people as well as the birthing person. And in Hawaii, they will make a tincture out of it.
What are the benefits of placentophagy?
There's many benefits to placenta encapsulation or ingesting your placenta after birth. So one of the main benefits that is helpful for a human is it's high in a hormone called corticotropin. So it's also high in prolactin, oxytocin, and placental opioid enhancing factor. Helps your breast milk come in at a higher protein if it's before day 11, and has lots of B vitamins and iron, among other benefits.
What is your unique recipe?
My unique recipe for preparing your placenta is to preserve all the precious vitamins and hormones in it while still cooking for safety. One of the things that I do to make sure that I'm preventing cross-contamination is that anything that touches raw blood gets sterilized with a 10-to-1 bleach solution. I'm also using a chuck pad when I make the prints so no blood is getting on any surfaces. In the making of medicine for this mother and child, may all energy that is of source remain intact. May any energy that doesn't belong here be returned. And if during the birth there was any source energy lost, may it be restored. Where I was trained was in 2010 with an online group called the New Placenta Group. Some of the people from that group went on to form the Association for Placenta Art Preparation. I always carry an up-to-date food handler's license and a bloodborne pathogen certificate.
What questions should someone ask before hiring a specific placenta preparation specialist?
One of the questions you can ask is, where was their training? Do they have a food handler's license? What is their recipe? Because everyone is preparing it in a different way, and you need to make sure it's in a way that's comfortable for you.
What other placenta services do you offer?
So I offer lots of different services besides placenta encapsulation. So if you like, I can come to your home and be your personal placenta chef and prepare it in a stir fry and smoothie. As long as you're GBS negative, you can do a partially raw. A lot of mamas like to prepare part of it for eating right away after the birth and the other part for the pills. So you can do any combination of things that you like. I also offer sacred burial services. So for some of my clients, that is something that calls to them, is doing a sacred ceremony, and they might not have kind of idea what they want that to look like and want some support. And that's something that I really love to do. In addition to the pills, I have a tincture made, which is amazing because you're getting the benefit of this medicine 10, 20 years down the road when you hit menopause, and those hormones like estrogen you're low on, they're in your placenta, so you can use it as a medicine for PMS and for menopause. In addition to the encapsulation, some of the complementary items that I offer are a cord keepsake, a photo, and a blood print. I also offer, if you want to keep the broth, it's a really great postpartum remedy in addition to the pills. And you can, if you're someone that eats meat, you can put it into a beef stew, mix it with any type of meat-based broth, and also sip on it slowly. I also include, if you are JBS negative, you would like me to save any raw pieces of placenta, I put them in a small Ziploc bag and freeze them, and that's for San Francisco clients. And also for San Francisco clients, I can do placenta encapsulation in your home if you have your own dehydrator. And in case you're inspired by the placenta as much as I am, I make clothing that says art is life, life is art. And so far, yeah, we have any size you like on any color. Let me know if you want a placenta t-shirt.
Are there any contraindications to placentophagy?
Yes, there are a few contraindications. One of them would be if you contracted a uterine infection during labor. The other one would be if you turned out to be allergic to a drug that you took during labor. The last one is if there was an emergency C-section where morphine was injected into your placenta.
How do I save my placenta in a hospital setting?
Yeah, so everyone has a right to keep their placenta. There's actually a federal law around organ ownership that says if this organ belongs to this person, they're allowed to keep it. That being said, a lot of the hospitals in the Bay Area don't want you to store your placenta in their refrigerator, so it's best for you to bring a small cooler with you to the hospital. And if you forget to bring a cooler, they can give you a basin and just ask to save it in the container. So the container would be in the basin and there would be ice go around it. I like to tell people to bring, in addition to the cooler, your own Ziploc bag, so it can be double bagged and you know it's going to fit in your cooler no matter what size cooler you have. It just needs to be stored on ice within 2 hours, and I do pickups between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m.
What are your other interests as a human being?
So one of my passions is dance. I've recently started choreographing dance pieces, and I like to dance outside and feel inspired by the trees that are around me.